So welcome back to another Gigguk video reaction. So of course it is yet again that time for a new Gigguk video, and that is of course Winter Anime 2025 in a nutshell. That's the one. So obviously I always check out these ones because I feel like they're very relevant to the channel and what we're watching, and I'm watching a few of them this winter. Probably about as much as the previous one, but not as much as in... Was it fall? Wait, no, what was the previous one? Summer 2024 was the busiest one for me. This one, I have a few that I started that I'm not continuing, and I'm gonna talk more about them once he gets to it. But as always, I'm gonna be pausing a lot because I want to talk about a bunch of the anime that he's gonna be talking about. So I guess that's just a heads up for you guys, but you guys probably already know that by now. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's just go into... Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave the link to the original as well down in the description, and let's go into Gigguk's Winter Anime 2025 in a nutshell.
I'm busy, it's the new year, you're probably watching this on the toilet, so I'm not here to waste your time. It's Winter 2025 anime, and there are a load of new shows
Platinum
and of
Disco,
course,
baby.
all the anticipated sequels that are returning. So, what is worth watching? The highly acclaimed Apothecary Diaries is...
Here we go.
Not coming back this season and doesn't have another 24 episodes that started airing from January 10th, 2025. Did you hear that, Mum? There is no more Apothecary Diaries. If you're watching, me and Dad love you and enjoy having you present in our lives. Solo leveling.
So yeah, I did hear the story about his mom falling into the Apothecary Diaries train, which, fair enough, I can see why. Season 2 has been really good. The vibe is pretty different from season 1. Wait, did I say season 2? Either way, the vibe is a bit different, but it's setting up the mystery right now. The first few episodes have been a lot of setting up, but recently it's been getting more and more involved in the mystery, and it's really good. They're really piling on like just a bunch of mysteries one on top of the other, and it's really fun. The previous episode, was it 6 or 7? I think it was 6. That one was absolutely fantastic, so it's really good so far. Speaking of good,
back with Arise from the Shadow. No idea why it's called that this season.
Oh my god. Yeah, once again, Solo Leveling is absolutely going mental. I feel like it's head and shoulders better than season 1. Like, season 1 was great. I think season 2 is absolutely insane. Like, A1 did not come to play. It's been so much fun. Like, I've been enjoying Solo Leveling so much. It's one of those shows that I put on and it blinks by in like just in a heartbeat. The episode ends and I am enjoying it so much. It's so hype. The animation has... it's incredible what A1 have produced by like with this anime. It's really good, man. The action is also the choreography of the action is fantastic. It's so good.
Sewn in forever, and I'll be real, watching these trailers make me feel like that meme of skipping one single video game cutscene, because what on earth has this show turned into? My Happy Marriage is continuing on to the second season, along with 100 girlfriends. Hopefully now there's less people shouting, "It should have been me, not him." These are probably the same people that still fantasize about having a threesome one day. Don't lie to yourself, guys. Have some self-awareness. If I wanted to disappoint 2 people at the same time, I just talked to my parents. And of course,
oh my god, that's a self-burn. Hyakano or 100 Girlfriend Season 2 is so good, especially with the introduction of Iku. Iku is incredible. Like, Iku has made the show so much better, in my opinion. I mean, it's always been great, but Iku, there's just something about her energy. And also, look, I'm a Rie Takahashi simp, okay? I'm a Rie Takahashi simp, so just hearing Rie Takahashi in 100 Girlfriends has made my enjoyment even higher of the show. It's been incredible for the first few episodes, and now it's just absolutely peak after Iku got introduced. It's a great show, especially the last 2 episodes, man. Oh!
Bang Dream Ave Musica.
Yes!
A new series I binged recently and discovered that this was so much more than it looked like on the outside. Amazing drama, well-written characters, and no joke, in my opinion, is one of the best shows airing right now. Because of this, there have been some troubling rumors spread around that I have become an Idol fan, and I would like to quell those immediately, because I can assure you, I am not an Idol fan.
Sure, man.
See, this is a band anime, which is totally different because the girls have instruments, which they play in a completely different genre of music. This isn't an Idol show as much as Girls Band Cry or Bocce the Rock, and these are not Idol glow sticks I have. Living in Japan means you always have to be prepared for a natural disaster, so having a source of light if the power goes out is a necessity, and I am not waving these around. These are simply the morning stretches I do to take care of my body as part of my daily routine, and I do not know what the lyrics of Kiss. That is simply a byproduct of...
Oh, baby, wait, I'm going back for like 5 into the beginning of the transition, but I'm guessing he's gonna stop talking about Ave Musica from here. So I want to talk about it because it's, in my opinion, it is, well, I don't want to say the best anime airing this season because that's subjective. I'm gonna say it's my favorite anime airing this season. So if you don't count Orb Second Core, which is basically part of the previous season still, I think this is the best anime, and Orb is the best one from previous season. So Yeah, I don't think there's too much to say about Ave Musica. It's absolutely fantastic. Those of you guys who watch it know that it's great. Those of you guys who don't watch it, please do. You don't have to watch all of Bang Dream previously to get into it. You can. I recommend it, but you don't have to if it's too daunting. You can start with It's My Go, go into Ave Musica, and then if you really want to know more of the backstory and you're interested in a more lighthearted version of it, you can go back and watch the first 3 seasons of Bang Dream, and then you can go and watch my reactions because I did all of them on my channel. So yeah, that's a bit of a self-promo, I guess. But yeah, Ave Musica is... It's insane, man. It's like they saw... It's My Go came out, and you watched it, and it's like, oh, that's some pretty good drama. And then you watch... Then Girls Band Cry came out, which is obviously not part of this like story at all. It's a separate story. But you watch that and you're like, oh, this is getting even a bit more spicy into the drama. And then Ave Musica, I don't know if they saw Girls Band Cry, they were like, we can go even harder. And then they decided, you know what, let's go full depression. And now that one, it's so good. Oh my god, the previous episode I cried like a bitch, man. It's so good. Anyways,
Kill Kiss, that is simply a byproduct of...
What a banger. Great transition. Oh my god. Oh, medalist.
God damn it.
Here we go.
See this?
It's gonna
this
be
is something I
VPN,
do everything in my power to avoid. You see, my livelihood depends on having a strong, stable internet connection. Starting the season off with a nice, guilt-free shoujo romance with a quiet, shy girl falling for the bad boy. I know, you've heard this one before, but what makes this female protagonist stand out? What can she do to deserve the winning girl of the show? Well, let's see what she has to say.
Woo! Okay, it's one of those.
This is pretty much the textbook I can fix in storyline. It's got it all. The quiet girl that everyone picks on, the bad boy with a secret heart of gold, and so much in-your-face bullying you'd think this was a Korean webtoon. I mean, goddamn, she deliberately flunks her high school exam to a prestigious school so she can go to the same school as some hot guy she just met.
Yikes.
That's not a bad life decision. That's just playing the long game. But of course, the guy out-bullies the bullies that bullied her. She opens up, gets more confidence in her day-to-day life.
Woman basketball, of course.
Behind that shy, quiet exterior, I wonder what's really going on in that head of hers.
What?
Jesus.
What?
Go down!
What?
Go down!
Yes!
She down bad and she ain't getting back up! Last season, anime did something I never saw coming. It slowed down on isekai.
True, but this season is...
Aside from the sequels, of which there was just a measly 5, we had just one new isekai come out.
Wow.
And I thought, wow.
This season is pretty stacked with it.
Has it finally come time for the anime industry to explore new ideas outside from just random dude being transported to some fantasy world? And yes, now I can safely say anime has grown out of isekai and is doing original things.
Yeah, we're just going into fantasy now.
Except for the Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Now, to be fair, this is not some random dude. This is the Red Ranger. This can't be a power fantasy because he's meant to be powerful. We've not seen this before. Doesn't count. Same thing as the dad who gets
I heard that this was really good.
In this fantasy world.
I wanted to watch
this. Doesn't count. This is not uncle from another world. This is dad in another girl. We've not seen this before. This is a genuinely funny and interesting twist on the villainess genre with a main character who is... Finally! An actual older gentleman.
Yo,
this is peak
relatable to
dad.
Gant.
This is peak villainess protagonist.
Relatable to
Gigguk,
for
what
sure.
your drunk uncle sees at the family wedding dance floor. Magic Maker has a...
I heard that one is actually really, really good. I had it on... Or really good. Really fun. I had it on my plan to watch list, but I didn't have the time to put it on my schedule. But I heard it's really good, so I kind of want to watch it at some point. I might just watch it on my own, because it just looks like just a ton of fun.
Dude that genuinely thought if he remained a virgin by age 30, he would gain magic powers.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
We haven't seen this before. So yes, he gets reincarnated to a fantasy world with a loving mother, father, and sister. But then he decides to invent the concept of magic, but is seemingly unable to do so. Because he must be missing some kind of ingredient.
No.
Oh, the secret ingredient was incest.
Yep, the secret spice is incest.
That's definitely a new idea we've not seen before. We're truly innovating now when anime is introducing us to incest-based power systems. Salaryman? In another world? You can't tell me you've seen this before. He's here as the head honcho of the Demon Lord's army. Oh, you've seen this guy before? Who do you think that is? Ainz Al Ghul? No. This is Ainz A Goon. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. This guy is... in a fantasy world, but he has the power of Amazon Prime. We've only seen this once before. Just once. Plus, this man fucks. He literally fucks. My man isn't just out here clapping monsters, he's clapping some cheeks.
Nice.
We got another dude transported to
another
a fantasy
alchemist
world.
one.
Okay, it's looking bad, but he gets the alchemy class, which is meant to be super weak, but is actually secretly strong. Except the thing we haven't seen before is
another alchemy one.
Maybe Isekai really didn't go anywhere.
But we got 3-0, baby. We got 3-0.
Anime, which is why I'm so glad we have anime original.
Oh my god, Zenshu.
Like Zenshu. Zenshu looks like an anime doing something different.
I have stuff to say about this.
I saw the trailers and it just looks stunning. Seemingly following the story of an anime director getting immersed in her own work, rediscovering her passion for animation.
About that.
The potential of storytelling seemed endless, on top of the gorgeous visuals coming from a high-profile studio, and this is an anime original not bound by any source material. This was it. This could go so many places. Only bound
Hold
by
it,
the
guys.
limits of
Hold it, guys.
So then,
hold it.
They transport her to this fantasy world we've not. Hey, darling. So you know how we watched Arcane together and both.
Wait, is that all he has to say about Zenshu? Wait,
enjoyed it. Well, I've reinstalled League of Legends.
No, you didn't. Honestly, yeah, same decision. Zenshu. So this is one of the anime that I was talking about earlier, where I said that I did not continue some anime, and that is because there were a few anime like Zenshu, Sorairo Utility. I don't remember which ones they were exactly, but I know that Zenshu was one of those that I did not continue after 2 episodes, and not because it was necessarily bad. I actually was enjoying it. I just ran out of time and I had to cut a few of them out of my schedule, and this was one of them. It was actually pretty enjoyable. I did not know it was going to be an isekai, so I was really surprised watching episode 1. And then I liked the story. I thought it had potential. It only depended on which direction it's gonna go in. I was hoping that it's not gonna go in a direction of, oh, every single episode is gonna be her summoning a new monster, and that's it. But I don't know where it did go, because as I said, I only watched like 2 episodes. But yeah, I think it was a really fun concept, and I didn't mind it. I like isekai, personally, so I didn't mind the isekai concept if it's done correctly. I feel like isekai can be still really good if it's done in an interesting direction. I thought that this one could be done in an interesting one. As I said, I don't know how it ended up, like what the future or the past few episodes have been like, because I haven't seen them, but it looked really good.
Sakamoto Days. Out of the new
I'm not watching
IPs
Sakamoto
out this
Days,
winter,
though.
this is by far the one with the most eyes on it. Because of course, it's yet another big Shonen Jump adaptation, giving us an action comedy following the daily life of a legendary retired assassin turned family man, John Thick. He can kill you like this, or this, or this, or even this. The only person he can't overcome? His wife. The woman that found an assassin knew he was an assassin and married him anyway. She said, I can fix him, and she did. Kids?
Yo,
this is what
a chat.
Generational talent. On the Shonen Jump spectrum of shows, this seems more into the spy family side of things, marrying wacky family drama with high-octane action. Before watching, I saw a lot of people complaining about the animation, so I was expecting some kind of Blue Lock level of fumble. But what I watched was a solid adaptation.
The call
not
out.
Fantastic, not bad, not even mid, just solid. Which just shows that in this modern day of spectacle that has given us the likes of Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dandadan for high profile adaptations, solid just might not cut it anymore. As an anime only though, I'm still enjoying myself immensely. This probably won't take over the anime community like manga readers had hoped, but it's still a fun ride. I mean, and I'm always down.
Yeah, I knew that. Oh, let me finish the segment.
Jump titles with an older protagonist, showing that even older men can kick ass and take names. Look, if Sakamoto could do it, at least I got something to look forward to at my age. What is he? 50?
You can do it.
60?
Oh, what? What?
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, all jokes.
So, oh, there's more Zenshu? Oh, okay. Let me talk about Sakamoto Days. I decided not to watch it because I saw a lot of people kind of like complaining about it, and I saw a trailer and I was like, it doesn't seem like too much of a reaction series, at least for me personally. So I didn't decide to pick it up. But I knew that it was going to be a decent adaptation because the only complaints that I saw from manga readers is giving out comparison between a still from the anime and a manga page. And I'm like, that's not how you compare an anime, which is a medium which obviously is animated, with a manga. You can't just take a still from the anime and compare it, right? So that's how I knew that they were grasping at straws to, you know, make a comparison. So I kind of assumed that it was like a decent adaptation. And I saw a few short clips and they looked really, really nice. It looked very much above average animation, right? And the art style is also really cool. So it looks cool. The story didn't really grab me when I read the synopsis or I watched the trailer, but it looked fun.
Aside, I gotta come back to this because it's actually good. Despite the genre labels this may have turned out to be, make no mistake, this is 100% doing its own thing.
Oh,
the
shit.
series kind of blindsides you, starting off by showing a story about an overworked animator struggling to meet deadlines for her newest project, with laugh-out-loud levels of irony when you consider the studio making this, because of course it had to be made by a studio. You know what? It doesn't matter what studio it was made by. If you're really curious, you can search it up yourself, because I think the work in this anime should speak for itself, and we shouldn't be making any assumptions based on individual projects, so I shouldn't say. I'm not gonna say.
It's he was a Jewish doctor.
But then the series goes full
that
isekai.
clip.
And I'm not
Jesus
talking
Christ.
About 1-2 episode gimmick. It fully commits to it, but instead leaning heavily into the vibe of old school isekai. You know, even before that word was a thing, and we just called this entire genre fantasy. Escaflowne, 12 Kingdoms, Magic Knight Rayearth.
True, I really like the world.
I love the world. Sword Art Online.
Yep.
With the twist being that this animator gets sucked into one of her childhood movies and can change the plot line by summoning literally anything she's able to draw. I'm a sucker for anime that have these meta narratives, but when you add on that she essentially summons legendary moments of animation from our history, from the monster in Nausicaa to the Itano Circus done by Itano himself. This is looking like it's going to be a wet dream for any Sakuga nerd, and a love letter for the history of animation from the entire team working on it. I mean, just look at this scene and tell me this isn't the POV of the burning passion of every artist out there right now. For you romance junkies out there, don't worry. Winter has still got you covered. We've got a story set in July of the year 2020 with some mysterious disease spreading around the world, cancelling all public events and gatherings. Yes, that really is the setting. Perfect for a hot, steamy reverse harem anime where people are definitely not social distancing. They went all out with this one, even with the theme song. Have a listen to this.
What?
Here comes another comfy romance anime with a shy guy and an extroverted girl. I wonder what her gimmick's gonna be this time.
Oh, I saw the trailer for this. This looked fun.
Yeah, the premise of this one is essentially some blonde, energetic anime girl trying to charm the stoic, calm guy in class who's not having any of it because he's walking down the path of enlightenment and training to become a monk. Shut up. We have the least obvious sponsored anime, definitely not paid for by the Okinawa prefecture, where an oblivious Tokyo boy moves to Okinawa and falls for a girl but can't understand her wacky Okinawan dialect. Clearly,
it's like Hokkaido Gals
would only work in a country like Japan. I can't imagine this working in somewhere like the UK, where we all speak English and we understand each other perfectly.
I was wondering if you could teach me some local phrases.
Well, it's very hard to bring them to mind. This is the thing. It's all right when your eyes are not going and happy eyes.
Ah, you lost me.
Ooh, another office anime romance. This one seems cute though. Two co-workers who are secretly into each other, trying to avoid the judging eyes of other co-workers who are just trying to guess who in the office is fucking. So the real question is, how saucy are we feeling in this romance anime? Maybe we'll get some hand-holding if they're feeling really spicy. Maybe even first names. Maybe even they'll... No fucking way.
I'd like to speak to your manager. I'd like to speak to your mother.
I saw clips of this. It's Rie Takahashi.
Isekai on display earlier just wasn't enough fantasy for you just yet, then...
Rie Takahashi!
What is wrong with you? I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Let's be real, you're gonna be watching this one for Takahashi Rie, or this out of nowhere, beautifully animated opening. We got 2 more shows where some dude gets a class.
I heard a lot about the guild receptionist, or a lot. I saw a lot of clips about it, and I saw like a few comments talking about it, and I was like, you know what? It kind of looks good. I'm also, as I said, I'm a Rie Takahashi simp, so I kind of want to watch that as well. I don't think I'll do a reaction to it unless it will be like very requested. I might just check it out on my own time, but it looks really, really fun.
Weak but is actually strong, there's a new dungeon anime with an A ranker surrounded by 3 conveniently color-coded girls.
Okay.
Why does this dynamic seem awfully
No, it's not Mushoku
totally
Tensei.
different, because here he's a teacher helping to bring out all of the girls' abilities while adventuring. He's teaching red hair how to fully utilize her red powers, blue hair how to use blue power, and then there's white hair.
Hey,
No, stop. Just calm down. Don't do it.
I'm getting married with a girl who I hate.
You can't
a
say
wacky rom-com where an unwilling couple are forced into a marriage by their grandparents, despite the fact they despise each other, bicker about everything, and constantly find issues with one another. So
this was one of
just
on my
like
list
your
as well.
average marriage, then. I'm
Cue
not
laugh
gonna lie,
track.
this is
Cue
just
laugh track.
Nisekoi in 2025, except the grandparents are even more deranged. There's generational trauma, and then there's regretting not getting with your high school sweetheart, only reuniting when you're past retirement, so you hatch a plan to live vicariously through your grandchildren by telling them to either get married or lose their multi-million-dollar inheritance to a dog. What could go wrong?
お前たちはどのような人生を選ぶ？愚者の道か、賢者の道か。
Oh, I love this VA.
Or how about option 3? I'm gonna need
Jesus
a palette cleanser
Christ.
after that.
Holy.
Oh, hey, cute anime girls.
Oh
What's this
no,
one
it's Studio
gonna be like?
Go Hands.
What is going on?
I saw the trailer. It's Go
Hands
Hands.
is back with some more of their unique animation aesthetic. You can say what you want about Studio Go Hands, but they put a lot of love into their craft, truly giving us a visually stylistic anime that blends emotional depth with action-packed storytelling all into one beautiful package. And after watching the first episode, I'm gonna lie, this was awesome. On the exact opposite side of subtlety, Studio Bind is back, adapting the work from the creator of Hibike Euphonium. This one's a niche one, exploring the relationship of two girls that seem to be about as straight as your average Hoyoverse friendship, as they enter the unique world of spoken poetry.
Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
The subject matter will ensure that this will not be one of the most watched shows this season, but it doesn't give a damn. It's atmospheric, it's beautiful, and it looks like a lot of the team that worked on season 1 of Mushoku Tensei are pouring that same passion into this one. There's a new anime from Yoastar, but it is not.
So I'm gonna talk about Sorohiro Utility after this, but Flower and Asura I watched I think only one episode. It was one of those that I also had to cut because of my time restraints. Episode 1 seemed very interesting. I thought it was a tiny bit too dramatic at times, but it was really, really pretty, and the way that they were speaking and like the atmosphere, the vibe was really, really on point. So I really liked it, but as I said, it had to be cut. But I kind of, if it gets good later on, I kind of want to watch it after it finishes airing, you know? Sorohiro Utility,
one of their gacha games.
I'm gonna get back to it.
In fact, it starts off with the protagonist quitting gacha games because her favorite game is being taken off live service. So, in an attempt to fill up her newly acquired free time, she goes outside and touches grass and becomes active and finds a new hobby and is able to make new friends and generally discovers a healthier lifestyle. And Yoastar, are you trying to tell me something here? There's House MD.
Okay. Oh my god, so many. I forgot how many I had to cut. Oh damn. Sorohiro Utility. The first 2 episodes I watched, and honestly, they were actually really fun. They even added some like elements of a story that I was like, wait, are we going a bit? Is this gonna be like more not dark necessarily, but is this gonna have like some actually serious moments in it? Because it did seem like some of the flashbacks of the other girl whose name I don't remember seemed like they could be really serious. It was actually getting pretty interesting. But yeah, time restraints on my end, so I couldn't continue it. But it looked really, really good and really, really fun from the first 2 episodes.
Adorable, fun-sized anime girl edition.
This one I'm gonna talk about as well.
That's literally the show. If you've had trouble falling asleep thanks to A Nightmare on Elm Street, well, let me introduce you to A Wet Dream on Elf Street.
Oh, yes, this is a new one. Okay, so yeah, Ameku MD also had to cut it because of time restraints. I think I watched 3 episodes of it. Once again, it was really fun. It was basically just House MD, right? It was just House MD, but an anime girl. So it was a lot of fun. It actually felt a bit more like an actual live action show than an anime at points. Apart from the main girl. The main girl seemed very anime. Everyone else around her seemed almost like a live action type of character, which I really appreciated. It seemed like a live action TV series. And the vibe was really good. The author, I believe, is also graduated with a medical degree, so they know what they're doing. So it was really, really fun. Once again, I unfortunately had to cut it on the channel, but still, it was a lot of fun.
This is the true power fantasy show of the season. A man who can isekai himself by falling asleep every single night wakes up one day to find out the literal elf girl of his dreams has followed him into the real world. This is a wholesome, feel-good show. See, free-run fans, just because there's an elf character doesn't mean we need to add any culture to it.
Nope.
We can all be sick.
Yep. Whoa.
Okay, let me just
Nice.
be that guy for
Yes, Medalist!
I've read the manga of this.
Yes, peak.
And it's bloody fantastic.
Peak.
I realize
Peak.
that many of you are going to see sports anime and figure skating and just immediately check
peak.
out. But
No.
this won the best new manga of its release year for a reason.
Oh, Witch
Peak
Watch is
writing,
high up as
peak
well?
drama, and one of the biggest things that stood out for me was its fantastic portrayal of children.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. I know what
No,
that
don't
sentence
say that.
normally means in anime, but just let me finish. Anime has a certain way of representing children that always seems just a little bit off. Either
Yeah.
they're treated as some squishy mascot character, or
No,
they
no,
talk like some
Biori.
middle-aged
Oh,
adults,
yeah,
or they're just a
right.
fucking minion. Medalist treats them with the same level of respect in writing as they do its adult characters. A respect
Yep,
that
it's
perhaps
really
we
good.
can forget to do in real life, while still acknowledging that, yes, they are kids. They're innocent. They can be cute, but they can struggle with real insecurities we can easily miss. They can be way more capable than we give them credit for, but most importantly, they can surprise you in the most wonderful ways if you just give them that guidance to point them in the right direction. This is not
so
just a
good.
story about ice skating. This is a real human drama on what it means to be that role model that some of you may or may not have had. The effects it could have and the euphoric happiness when you see the younger generation you care about achieve a joy you'd forgotten how to feel. Without dramatic twists, without melodrama, just real human struggles and an important reminder that sometimes we can learn as much from our kids as they do from us. The only thing to be wary about is Studio Engi don't exactly have the best track record for top tier adaptations.
Yep.
But even if they are able to portray just a fraction of the emotions contained in the manga, this is going to be one of the best shows this season. Okay, everyone ready up? And action.
Okay, so he stopped talking about Medalist from here on out. So let me talk about it now. First of all, absolutely incredible adaptation so far. Studio Engi, like, performances are CG, but the CG is... The animation itself is okay. It's not like the best CG that I've seen, but the mocapping on it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, the choreography and the mocapping of the characters is incredible. The models themselves are a tiny bit clunky for CG, but yeah, the mocapping is incredibly well done. And the performances, especially that one performance, I believe episode 5, I believe so, was insane. Like, just absolutely incredible. One of the best performances. They poured all of their budget and all of their resources into that one performance there, and it was a pleasure to watch, man. It was so good. Apart from that, Medalist is also... The script writer for Medalist is Juki Hanada. So if you don't know who that is, he basically did a lot of Love Live series. He did Girls Band Cry, Steins Gate, a bunch of other ones which are not coming to mind right now, but he's worked on a lot of fantastic anime, and that's why the writing in it is really well done for an adaptation as well, because he's obviously very much the one who's keeping, you know, who's translating the manga into the live action, the scripting and stuff like that. So it's really, really good. And the characterization, the character writing is really well done. It made me tear up multiple times in the first, like, what, 6-7 episodes that I've watched so far. And this is the one that I most definitely did not want to drop no matter what, because it's absolutely fantastic so far. Yeah, Studio Engi so far, I know they don't have a good track record, but they're doing really good with this one so far. It's fantastic.
Dave, your line was, "You have no chance of defeating me." Man gets reborn as a small, adorable animal and gets adopted by a sexy anime girl. Wow,
Oh, no.
I haven't seen a concept like this since...
Inukai. No!
But no, this is different. This is different. This time it's a
Is
cat, and the cat is actually a behemoth. So this
What?
is really closer to your action power fantasies. He can power up by eating. He's got special abilities. He
What
locks
the-
in during battles. He's got that dog in him. Look, his owner just sees him as a pet. A pet. That's it. This
Yep.
is not Inukai's cat. There is
No.
nothing sus about this. Anime would never make another show about thirsting over anime.
What the fuck? Where did this come? What?
Well, I guess there's only one thing I can do.
I'm not gonna say anything about this one.
Hey guys, hope...
So, I'm gonna get that off of my screen. Jesus, that's a deep cut. Oh my god. I have not heard that name since, like, 2015. Either way, that was a banger of a video. As I said, I talked about all of the anime that I wanted to. Let me just open up the... am I watching anything else? Wait, let me think. So there is ReZero, who... What? like he hasn't talked about yet because, well, it's just a continuation of the previous season that aired in during fall, so that's fair enough. It's really good so far. The first 2 episodes of the second core, I guess, have been fantastic. I do think that Medalist is probably my second favorite thing airing right now. It's really good. 100 Girlfriends, fantastic. All of the series that I'm watching on the channel are great. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Blue Box and Orb are from the previous season continuing on, and they're fantastic. Orb is just getting more and more insane by the episode. It's so good. It's so good. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think he said most of the things that I'm also watching. Sora Hero Utility, Ameko MD, Zinshu, and there was another one. Flower and Asura. Those are the ones that I needed to drop because of time constraints. But if it gets recommended for a YouTube reaction, then I might pick it back up, or I might just watch them in my own time if I hear a lot of buzz surrounding them, right? But yeah, that's basically it for my personal I guess tier list. I guess my thoughts on this season of anime. It's a really strong season. Probably stronger than the previous one. Yeah, I would say it's stronger than the previous one, honestly. So it's a really good one, really good start of the year. So I'm excited to see like what this year is gonna be like when it comes to anime, because 2024 was slightly, just ever so slightly, I would say beneath 2023, but still fantastic. I wonder if 2025 can actually surpass that, but it's off to a great start. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say about it. Banger video by Gigguk. As I said, it's gonna be down in the description, so you can make sure to go and check out the original one if you haven't already. And I'm gonna end it here, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.